Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 14th of August. But just before I get into that, I just want to talk about a couple of things here. First of all, in this little section here where we've got trades here, this particular module here is that our developers are working on this at the moment. There's still a couple of errors, but this is where the trades will be, the shorter term stock trades will take place. And it's really designed for CFDs, but stock CFDs, but you can also use it for stocks as well. But the calculator and a lot of the things in here are based on CFDs. So, but that's okay. And it's not really what I want to talk about today, but just to let you know, our developers are working on this at the moment. But this portfolio tab over here, this my portfolio, this is your portfolio, and this is TradingLounge portfolio here. So what you need to do for the portfolio trades that we're going to be putting out, I'll be talking about that a bit more, then you would look at the TradingLounge portfolio, and I'm going to build that. And we're just taking positions of pretty much $1,500 per position. And once we've built up a decent portfolio of 20 or so odd stocks or whatever, then then we'll start to weight them. Different stocks will have different weights. But this one in here, this my portfolio, so that's yours. And what you'll need to do here is, this is actually mine. I've got 3 portfolios here, setting up here, 3 portfolios here. But you'll have to create your own you can just create your own portfolios. But you'll also need to log in as well. So the login will be separate from the TradingLounge login, but it would be handy if you just use the same login as you do for TradingLounge, or have a different one, but anyway, as long as you remember it. Okay, so let's start. So the first stock we're going to be looking at today will be Alibaba, and the other stocks we'll be looking at will be Crispr, which is Geno technology, which I really like. So Tesla and Crispr would be, they're some of my top favorites there. Also Nano String as well. XOne, Materialize and Photo Labs, they're all 3D printing companies, but they're all disruptive, innovative stocks. So now with this stock here with Alibaba, this is a 4-hour chart, and a couple of 2 main points here is that this is a corrective pattern. So it's a bullish corrective pattern. It's a continuation pattern, a continuation of the trend that's moving to the upside. And it is corrective because it's got overlapping wave structures. The lows and the highs get overlapped, so it is corrective. And it's occurring at the level here. So this level here is in grey here. That's a medium level in relationship to the trading levels method, and it's a medium level. A medium level is always halfway between 2 major levels, so 200 and 300 up here are major levels, and then we've got the minor levels in between that. So from 200 to 300 here, we'll just have the numbers, Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 here, and of course with and 1, 2 and 3 make up group 1, and then the midpoint here, which is a medium level, and then group 2 here, which is 65, 72 and 80. And you can see here the 65 is a bit of an unusual number, but you can see it certainly pinning those tops down into the medium level there. And any support gained on the 265, that number 265, then the market will climb up into these levels here and then move up. There are other levels. These are just, there's major levels, medium levels, minor levels, sub levels and micro levels. So it just depends on the degree of structure that you're trading Elliott wave. But anyway, focus back in here for a moment. The takeaway here is that we are at a medium level having our correction here, and it's bullish corrective, so we're going to be heading up. Now, it's true that wave fours can get pretty ugly, and this is quite wide here in that regard. And that's good to have a big sideways correction, because essentially it's the accumulation process which will equal the distribution process. So this is basically squaring time with price. It's a bit of a quicker way to go than working with Gann. This is Richard Wyckoff's work, so you can go unit for unit. Now, it's true that this wave 4 could even get more uglier again. I don't know if this is completed, but it does make a nice A, B and C wave here. It's also too, I need to point out with this stock, is that it's also possible to have wave 4 sitting here in this stock, because a lot of other stocks have got this as wave 1 going up here. But I'm going to leave it here for the time being, and we can buy a new high here at this particular point here, because let's just check this out here. So this is also that's pinning that down there as the 50-60% retracement level. So it's already tested that there. So, and yes, it could fail from there too, because really we've got just 3 waves up. So it could be an A and a B and a C here. So it could quite easily move to the downside here. All right. So just be mindful of that. And we have to have a larger correction here that would come down and then come back up here. But taking that top out here now after 3 waves to the upside, that would create it as a bullish move at that point. We have long trades in here at the market already, so this is just half a trade here equals that half a trade will make a full trade. So if that clicks up there, then we can move with that at that point. Yeah, so just be mindful of where we are with that. Just 3 waves so far. We need 5 waves. Once we've got 5 waves there, then we'll know that we can pull back after 5 waves. Where's my drawing tool? There it is. So pulling back, ABC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC back again, and then we'll go up again like that. So, but we need to take that high out there first to make that happen. Otherwise, it's the reality is that 3 waves and the market can drop from that point. Okay, let's move on a bit. So we're going to look at Crispr next. This is also on the 4-hour chart. We're also at a medium level here as well, because we're halfway between 80 and 100, which is the medium level. The Fibonacci numbers, they go 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144. But really all you need to know is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 to this point here, and then we go back to 1 again, but we lift it by the power of 10, so we go 100, 200 and 300, 500. So it works like that. So but 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8, that's the trading levels, that's the Fibo combo, and pretty straightforward at that point. Takeaway here is, once again, at the medium level, we've got a corrective pattern here as an A and a B and a C wave here. And in this case, we've got a nice 5 waves up here. So it is possible to look at this here as wave 1 here and wave 2 here for this. I've got this in the portfolio at 90 as well. That should be. We'll start updating the now that we've got the portfolio on the website, we'll start updating it in this case. So rightio. So yeah, that's okay. Just double checking on things. This is. It appears a nice impulse wave to the upside. It's pulled back, into below the 61.8%. So that's all good. We're above the level, so this market should start working its way up there. So when I put these here, when I put a portfolio position on, I'll say it's a portfolio hold at whatever price. If it's a trade, because a trade you're only risking like 1%, and then the first thing to do after that is is get that 1% into half. We want to half that 1%. And it makes a big difference, that strategy, because you've got a 1% of your capital as risk. And then if you can, the first job is to half that risk, and if you get stopped out, well, at least it's only half a percent, and then you end up with like 4 losses, but that's only 2%. So working it is really important, but we must move the stop at the right time. We don't only need to move the stop, we could also take part profit of something as well, and that would also halve that risk as well. So that's kind of how I look at it. But in terms of everything, we've got a nice correction here, we've got an impulse wave here, we're sitting above a nice level here, the support will be at the 90 now, so we're buying new highs here, so that should be okay at that point. Can this get any bigger and ugly? Yes, of course. What I don't like about this here, from the top here, it does appear that we've got an impulse wave to the downside. That sort of bothers me a little bit here, because if I was looking at this as wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4, does that mean that we should put wave 5 here on this little high here? It's kind of made a new high or close to it, not quite. I mean, these are just spikes, but that's a bit of a spike. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But this is corrective here, so that means we should take out this high here. So we haven't made a new high above here just yet. So that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so Nano String is next. NSTG. Okay, I haven't really updated this, but that's all good. So let me just think about this for a second. Look, it's pretty rare that you'd have a wave 2 in a triangle like this here. So I will need to reassess this here. It's like triangles occur in wave 4, but it has worked out reasonably well here for this here, of course. So I'll just put this down here for this. Just doing a bit of housework while you're here. So we're probably long in here, but it's not going to do much now. This is going to play out like this here. This will be wave 1 in here, and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here, and then an A and a B and a C. But it may be worthwhile holding on this. Let me just check on the daily chart here. Yeah, it's a bit messy, isn't it? I mean, as a portfolio hold at 35, it's perfect, and we'll look to build in on that over this side over here for this. But a wave 2, if I bring this over here, it's just a bit complicated for wave 2, It's the same as this one, it's just a bit complicated. So there's something I'm not seeing here, if somebody can see it, but otherwise we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So we have that impulse wave here, but having this as an ABC here, for wave 2, I know things can get skewed at large numbers, at major levels and medium levels. Look, I'll just leave it for the time being, but look, what I expect to see here is this market's trending up, isn't it? So we will see something, some sort of pattern here like this, and then we'll be moving up again from that point. So I'm okay with this for the time being. We've done all the right things. It's just that the count hasn't dropped on my head just yet. Then that looks like 5 waves in here, so if I delete that and delete this and move that there, that would fit it here as an A and a B, an A wave here, then an A, and then a B wave here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that fits. Okay, that's cool. I can get rid of that now. I'm just a bit of a slow learner sometimes. Right. Into the 3D printing. So, I mean, there's a lot of companies doing 3D printing, but it's the 3D printing thing. There's always crossovers as well, with this, So I want to put Autodesk with this as well, because Autodesk is doing the software for the 3D printing, So there is that crossover that we need to be mindful of here. So let me just check on the daily chart here for a moment. I mean, the wave 4s overlap wave 1 here, but I think sometimes we just got to, move with that. It's, and just suck that up, because, I mean, there is 5 waves in here. I know it's a bit difficult to see, and this is 1 and 2 and 3, and makes a nice wave 4, just that it pulls back and overlaps this here. This move to the upside's not finished just yet, but we've done all the right things here as well. Let me just clean this up and tidy it up a little bit further here. So this is not done and dusted just yet, so this still needs to move up here. So in here we've got wave 1 and 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here, and then the third wave here. So we've still got this may get a bit ugly, but we've still got a new high to make here at least. I mean, if this is, I have to check an A, I'll just check that in a moment. But one way or another, we'll be looking for, and we've got really nice, this is all going to be really nice support here now for this. So there's going to be something like that, and then we're going to be going up again. So the next level up here, will be 1150. That's the medium level here. Let's pop that in. I mean, there's other levels down here, the 5 and so on and so on, but I just don't want to get too much on my chart if I don't need to. Clearly this trend is up. I mean, 1 is the strongest number in the market, and that means 1 cent, 10 cents, $1, $10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So this, from when it touched here, all of this is still all about just this number here, and we're not finished with it yet. I just want to check on this little pattern in here, see if I can just pull that apart a bit. I need to go in further and do that, but I can see we've certainly got the third wave in here. It looks like a little 5 waves there, doesn't it? Definitely wave 1 to there. I just don't know if this is an A and a B and a C to here, that's all. Anyway, what I can say is, even if that's an impulse wave here, looks a little bit corrective. It's either going to create one more top up here, and then we're going to be coming down here for this, and then we'll be heading back up. Or we're going to be moving, this will be an A wave, a B wave up here, a C wave down here. It won't come down much further, because this will be, if I just take both of these, they're pretty much the same there. It's already pulled down to the 50% rather than the 40%, but that's okay, because normally the distance it goes above is normally the distance it goes below if it doesn't stop around here. So that's all fine at that point. So that's probably already in here. So that will probably climb higher there. Yes, I would like to pick up another position over here for this. I'll wait for all that to play out here first, and we'll have a look at what state the NASI's in and all the rest of it at that point. Okay, Materialize is the next one we're looking at. Just need to double check on that one too. I won't do it now, but it's possible for this to be wave one because we don't have a really clear, this is more like 3 waves down rather than 5 waves down. So it's possible that this is wave 4. So I'll just need to do some homework on that. These have played out okay here now. So have that there and that there, and that shouldn't be breached again, but we'll leave it under this. This is also a medium level here as well, the 25, of course. So we'll just leave that there. This is a trade. But also, do we have it? Yes, we do. We have it at 26 already for this, so that's cool. Put that in there. That's a trade. That's different. And that's the portfolio. These trades here, when we put them in, if I can come back to that website thing, to here, then let's go back to, that's where these will be in this trade section here. Okay, we've also creating a forum to go in here that will be attached to this site, but it will be I've already started working on it. It'll just give us a place to chat, and it'll have a few things in it. It's all a bit squashy there. So this forum is going to be quite interesting, really, because what we're going to do with it, it's got the blog and the news, and the tools are going to be quite interesting here, because with the tools, your portfolio will be in there. Stock search, the stock screener is quite a good thing. Also there's a virtual stock exchange in here, and we're also going to have trading competitions as well. So the trading competition here, you'll just need to log in and do all your thing. I'll probably I don't know the best way to go about this, but I'll probably I don't know, I'll put up $500 and I'll see if we can get any providers or something to chuck in some money each month, and we'll get a bit of a pot there, and we'll make it free for everybody to go in and try to have a bit of a trade and a win and all those sort of things. But there'll probably be some sort of prize money that winner takes all each month. So that's coming shortly as well. So it'll just start off small, and like I say, I'll see if I can bring in some brokers to stack up some money as well. But I do want to make it free for everybody. But if it gets a bit complicated or something, well, then we'll just charge everybody $5 or something to go in. But anyway, we'll get to that. So that was that. So this stock here, Materialize, we've got an impulse wave up here. We've got our pullback here, so we can just continue with that to the upside there. The target here will be from this trigger to the $30 mark, which will be the major trading level 3. And let's have a look at the last one, ProLabs. Just check the daily chart here for a moment. Yeah, I still need to do a bit of work here as well. I'd like to put wave 4 there, but I can't at this point. And also too, for this to be bullish, because of what's based in, because of this little pattern in here, we do need to see this top here taken out to confirm it. But even taking this top out here would confirm it as well. The point here also is that if I can copy that and put that in here at the 150, because that's the medium level, and then we just turn that grey here. I think color coding can help a little bit. I mean, the main takeaways here is that this market's in an uptrend. And this ProLabs is pretty much one of the leaders in the game here. That's pulled back to 38.2%. Just looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, but maybe it's the A, the B, and the C sitting onto this one here. That would be nice if that was the case, because then that would just make that wave 1 here and back for wave 2 here, and then heading higher from this point. So we can go long at this point here. This doesn't give us a lot of risk-reward ratio, but it is sitting also too, it's sitting on top of group 1 here. Now, it couldn't find support over here. It couldn't find tested support here, and it's looking for tested support sort of now-ish, really, isn't it, in this regard? It's kind of wanting to sit on that particular level, but it's not sitting on it just yet. It's getting there, but taking this top out here will test that. But this would be the target to the upside here. I don't know if this is going to be wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, but this certainly looks like it looks like a third wave compared to this one. But anyway, we'll just buy that top because we'll have a nice support here, and the target will be this level here. In terms of portfolio, we're already in this market here. So these portfolio, you know, they're like sort of 3 to 5 year holds as such. So okay, well, that's that. The other thing I want to talk about just with these portfolio holds is that what's the best way to explain it? Maybe just bring up this here. What's a daisy? I'll just go to the indices here. The S&P 500 will do the trick. So what we're looking for with the S&P 500 is we're really looking, and the same with the NASDAQ as well, it doesn't really matter, we can use either one of these. In one way or another, we're looking for the top of wave 1 here, and then we're looking back for wave 2 here. Now, this can still move like higher through here into the 35 sort of area. We know it's going to struggle at the old high here. The NASI's already been through all of that. But somewhere in here, we're quite close to having wave 1 here, right? So I'm just talking about the portfolio situation at the moment. Now, obviously, we've got the elections coming up in 3 months. There's so much going on in the world. I won't even attempt to go into it. But in terms of the portfolio, what we're actually looking for is we're looking for the market to top out and then have this wave 2 correction here. And this wave 2 correction is really going to help the portfolio situation. So we may even, if we see that this has actually started here, we will probably exit from the portfolio trades in total, and then we'll just sit back and we will wait for this wave 2 to play out here, and then we'll go into wave 3 for the portfolio situation. Okay, I just wanted to explain that. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.